Linda Marie Ballwanz was born on March 13, 1949, on William Street in Federal Hill. Soon after, Carl and Dell purchased the family home on Cooksey Street in Locust Point. Linda's little brother, Carl III, came along in 1951. Prince was the family boxer and protector, especially of the kids. Linda gained a little sister, Joanne, in 1958. The family grew out of the Cooksey Street home and moved on to Webster Street in 1960. Growing up in the Ballwanz home meant that you would have chores, washing the dishes and helping to keep the house clean. Those responsibilities weren't welcomed, and fighting between siblings was frequent.
So on Saturday mornings, Dad would always be at the National Guard or working overtime at National Kin, and Mom notoriously went shopping on Saturday mornings. It was Linda's job to clean the house. My job simple was to put the trash out, which I did, but I kind of slept in when Linda would clean the kitchen. So when she came upstairs and woke me up, I would go down and make a BLT sandwich for breakfast. And I would obviously fry the bacon and had the tomatoes and lettuce all over the place and the toast. And I would make a BLT sandwich, and then I would get ready to go to the ballpark and leave the kitchen a mess. And when I got home, obviously my sister was a little upset with me because she had to re-clean the kitchen.
How about when Grandma would go to the beauty parlor every Saturday and come back to a broken window every Saturday? The back door.
And it was always Linda's job and my job to do the dishes. And notoriously we were bantering back and forth, who's going to wash, who's going to dry. And this would go on for a couple minutes, and then all of a sudden we heard this voice from the front room.
Am I going to have to come in there?
One time, everything that was used to be in my room ended up in his. Why? I had to hawk it.
Linda attended Francis Scott Key School, followed by Southern High. While at Southern, Linda would hang out at Nick's on Riverside Avenue with Nancy DeVoe and other friends, against their father's wishes. At the age of 16, Linda traveled to Brazil for the summer and brought back some bad habits, like cigarettes. University of Baltimore was Linda's next adventure. There, she met Vince Tomanello, and they were married on September 7, 1969. Linda and Vince lived in the family home on Cooksey Street when their first child, Amy, was born in 1971. 4 years later, Eric was born, and the family would build a home in Palisades on the Severn in Anne Arundel County. Palisades was a social community. Linda met her lifelong friend, Brenda Hahn, in Palisades. Brenda attended PT school, and Linda was an instrumental part of caring for Brenda's kids.
Linda and I met 45 years ago when we both lived in Palisades on the Severn. Linda was always neat, organized, and looked her best, while I was messy, disorganized, and a free spirit. Yet for some reason our friendship worked. We both liked to go to plays, drink wine, party with our friends, and go to dinner. Our kids were around the same age, and they all grew up together. Linda treated my children as if they were her own, and my kids always thought of her as family. I will always credit Linda for getting me through PT school. When my husband was working out of town, she would not only keep my kids, but make sure they were bathed, homework done, and had dinner, so that when I got home, all I had to do was spend time with them. I will always cherish my friendship with Linda. I will miss her every day. I love you, Linda.
Change happened, and the family moved to Catonsville. In 1993, Linda's first grandchild, Dylan, was born. In total, Linda had 7 grandchildren and 1 great-granddaughter. Dylan, Cassidy, Will, Maddie, Eric, Joey, Anthony, and Harper brought Linda great joy. The majority of Linda's career was in the medical field, managing doctor's offices. The Catonsville chapter of Linda's life led Linda to Jack Shanahan, and they were wed in 1998. Linda's priority was always her family. Dell had a major stroke in 1998, and that brought the family together as caretakers. As a team, we struggled to figure out the best course of action. Jack died in 2006, and Nick Patagna entered her life in 2008. 3 things that Linda is commonly known for is 1. Giving kids candy and other generous gifts. 2. Supporting and attending all family functions. And 3. Technology was her enemy. Linda loved being godmother to any child. She spoiled nieces, nephews, and neighbors' kids.
Hey everyone, it's Tim. Just wanted to share with you a quick story about Aunt Linda and her generosity. I think everyone's been a recipient of her generosity at some point during your life. The one moment that stands out to me was when she took me clothes shopping the week before I started with Donna. I know she couldn't afford it at the time, but she took me clothes shopping at Hex, bought me new shirts, shoes, belts, socks, ties, everything that I needed. And looking back at that, how amazing that was, and what a great thing to do for someone. It was a pivotal moment in my life, and she really set me up for success, and it was such a sacrifice, and man, what an amazing thing to do for someone. I think about it all the time. And Aunt Linda, I thank you, I love you, and I'll miss you very, very much. And just know, though, that I will think of you quite often, because I'll think of you every time I see or eat a York peppermint patty. So again, I love you, and I'll miss you, Aunt Linda. Bye.
You taking me to Toys R Us when I was a kid and letting me buy whatever I wanted, and money was no option. Us leaving work and going to Jewtown to get corned beef sandwiches at Adam's, going out to dinner after work and eating everything from wood-fired pizza, steamed crabs, Greek food, and everything in between. Aunt Linda, life with you is fun. You are missed every single day. I will miss you every time I eat a burnt chip. I will miss you every time I eat an uncooked hot dog, and I will miss you every time I have a glass of wine. Until we meet again, this is for you.
My favorite childhood memory of Aunt Linda is when I used to go to her house because she would allow us to do things and have things that my dad wouldn't do and let us have. And it usually ended up with a shopping trip, and so that was always fun. It was always a treat to go to Aunt Linda's house.
My favorite childhood memory of Aunt Lynn is when her and Uncle Jack would take me to the Elks Club down in Severna Park, and we would sit at the bar and drink Shirley Temples and do pull tabs together.
I want to thank her for giving me candy.
Of course, technology was her nemesis. Dylan's career as an IT specialist couldn't prepare her for the absence of Linda's skills.
Every day it was guaranteed that Mama would call me at least once, but most times she would call me back to back to back until I picked up. Sometimes it was a quick, "Hey bud, how's it going?" And we would catch up and talk about our days. Other times she was calling because she was in dire need of technical assistance. One time, at least 2 hours into a computer troubleshooting call that had tested all of my patience and customer service skills, I asked my mom to right-click on the mouse. Exasperated, she said, "Dylan, you are asking me something that is way too difficult to do. I don't know how to do that." I laughed so hard during that call when she said that. Here I had spent 2 hours trying everything I can think of, from another state to get her computer to print out and to work. My mom could be out to dinner with Mr. Nick or at work, sorry, Dr. K, but she would always take my call. It always made me chuckle when she would say, "I'm busy, my granddaughter's on the phone." She wanted to take my call, and it didn't matter where she was or who she was with. Mom and I could chit-chat for hours, and I knew that if she called me 4 times in a row, she either found a good deal on clothes for Harper or her computer stopped working again.
Linda managed to delete apps for email and messages from her phone. She swore she never received messages. I drove her crazy in our perpetual battle of insisting that she text me instead of leaving a voicemail, because it was a faster way for me to get a message. Her response?
"Your message is goofy. You need to change it. Call. But texting is faster." "No, it's not, because it's not faster. Texting is not faster. You're a goofball. You know what? You're all that bullshit. Texting is not faster. Texting is not faster. I know, texting is not faster.
You were one of a kind, big sister. I think we spent every single holiday together our entire lives, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4. Chico's, Marlboros, certain vineyards. I imagine their stock will never be the same. You loved Frank Sinatra, and you loved Barbra Streisand, yet you hated flip-flops in public and white worn before Memorial Day weekend. You were always there for me, Lynn, through surgeries, surprise birthday parties, watching my kids and loving my kids. You are our trivia queen and our family historian. How will I ever fill this hole that you have left? Thank you for everything. May your pain be gone and your smile glorious. I love you.
We made a few memorable moments in our time together. The days at the shore home in Cooksey Street, Ocean City were fun for us. I enjoyed our time together. You were a good-hearted and caring partner. Your brother, sister, and grandchildren were the joy of your life, more than they know. You'll always be in my heart and memory. And by the way, Buddy still looks for you. Keep me in your heart. Love me.
Here's to Linda. We miss you. We love you. Your Pinot Grigio and the people you love. Here's to Linda.